Hello everyone, this is JoeCool10, and you're probably wondering why we're back in the Shire. Well, that's because I missed a quest here in the Shire, believe it or not. I forgot to check. I was, at the beginning of this episode, I was kind of checking just to make sure I missed anything, and sure enough, I missed something here in the Shire, so let's blow that lock up and talk to this lady here. I'd rather not talk to her with the Berserker.
Me precious pet bunny Jack just ain't been the same since he lost his golden carrot out in the fields of Pelennor. If you find it, could you please bring it back to me?
Okay. So we hadn't gotten all the stuff in the Shire yet, so this is the last thing though.
Oh, thank you so much.
Alright, there we go. Now we can continue with the passive Caradhass. So we fast traveled over here. And we're gonna go for these mithril bricks out on these islands first, and we'll go for this one first. So we have to backtrack a little ways back to where we left off last episode. So but I was at this point where I was at this point in the recording, I was just looking. I just set a clock by where I was playing, and just kind of kept an eye on the time and just kind of gauged it. So I wasn't using that timer, but it was more efficient. It actually ended up being more efficient that way, and so I ended up I'm gonna get a good share of stuff done in this episode and episodes to come. I actually get a pretty good share of stuff done in this episode in particular. But anyway, sometimes it helps too that the mithril bricks are fairly close together. Like in Lothlorian, a lot of the mithril bricks are kind of fairly close together for the most part. This area not quite as much, but what to do. So the first mithril brick is over here. We saw this earlier. This is with. I just have to smash this quick. An easy one to quick grab. Now we're gonna go for this one here. Not really too much else noteworthy on this island. There's just this right here. It's another one of those caves that Frodo has to light up. First we have to quick smash the Morgul stuff blocking it, and now we change to Frodo and quick light up and grab the mithril brick. Pretty easy stuff. And to save us some trouble, we're gonna fast travel back to the map stone here. Even though we do have to kind of backtrack a little bit again, because there's a couple more items that we missed back this way. There's that mithril brick there, and there's also a quest back this way as well. That metal gate there we'll be dealing with later. Don't remember if I get the quest guy now or not. I think no, I don't. I passed him. There's that orange pole handle there. Yeah, just jump down here just to save us some trouble. And now I have to look for the guide studs. Okay, it's over here. And there's another Morgul item to smash. And grab that pretty easy stuff. And rather than traveling back to the mapstone, I decided just to go for the mithril item or the quest next. Just kind of just start traveling back towards the mapstone. I just love how the weather just changes so drastically like that when you get to this point. Alright, so now we need to get the orange bull handle again. And there's a guy here we can talk to for quest.
It's a bit cold up here, isn't it? If you're going towards Mount Doom, I'd very much appreciate it if you could bring me a nice, warm magma rock.
I was like, that was the treasure item that I had to get the boxing gloves for.
Thank you for your help.
So I hope it was worth it for you, guy. I had to get a mithril item to get that treasure item, so. Okay, so now we're gonna head back towards the mapstone here. Might as well walk. The upper path there was where you go to get to Lothlorian. This lower path takes us down to Moria. Alright, here we have to pull our bomb back out. We saw this earlier. Grab that mithril brick. Save. Alright, so we have a couple more mithril bricks, and we also have a quest to do. But in order to get that quest, we need a crank to unlock it. So we'll worry about that in a minute. First, we have a little ship mini game. This ship mini game is actually also in Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. So this is kind of fun, a little fun fact for you. And luckily, it exits you out of the main game once you beat it. There's some of the main games, other Lego video games that doesn't exit you out when you exit time. So you see that fishing dock right up here? That's where you need to go to get the crank. Once again, we're going to do it with Golem because our experience with Mary in previous episodes wasn't the best. So best to just do the fishing here with Golem. And we got the crank that we need. What do you know? Alright, so we'll head back up here and we'll unlock this quest here. There's a Lego owl over there. Don't worry about him. He's just there. I guess it's kind of an Easter egg type thing, but not really.
I'm sick of being mistaken for a man. If only I hadn't lost my nice feminine sun hat up on Weathertop. You couldn't be a dear and have a look for it, could you?
That goes along with a joke that Gimli tells in the Two Towers in the movie about how the female...
Outstanding! Thanks.
How the female dwarves are mistaken for male dwarves. So it's just kind of a funny little reference there to the movies where Gimli makes that joke. Okay, there's the entrance to Moria, but we're not. Obviously, we can't. I don't think we can go through Moria in the hub area. I've never tried to anyway. I don't think you can though. As far as I know, you can't. Who knows? So we have a long walk across this lake here. But we get to this little structure here. And at the way end of it here, we need to smash this Morgul item with this. There we go. Alright. I believe that is all the items in passive Caradhass. Yes, it is. So now we're ready to move on to Lothlorian. Let's do that. Alright, so we're not going to go inside Lothlorian proper just yet. We're going to hit these mithril bricks outside of Lothlorian first. The mithril brick is up there, but in order to get up there, we actually need to come over here first. There's a climbing wall here we need to do with Golem. You could use the mithril climbing shoes, I guess, for this too if you want to, but it doesn't really matter. It gives you the opportunity to change character, you know, here. Especially right here when you get to this part, we do need to change to Gimli. And we got that mithril brick. Alright, so we got a few more mithrils to get outside of Lothlorian here. This one here is a little mini game. We need to blow up all these plants here with here. And generally with these mini games, the best character to use, as I said before, is the Berserker. But for this one, I end up doing it with Legolas. I don't know, the Berserker can't always target these good. The reason why the Berserker is usually better is because he can take out these items in one hit. Whereas if you attack him normally, it takes multiple hits to destroy him. So you have barely enough time to take these down in order to fulfill the requirements here. Barely enough time to take those down. So for most of the ones coming up here, I will be using the Berserker, but that one I ended up getting by with Legolas. So we're gonna head back this way. We came around this way when we unlocked the passive Caradhass earlier. And we need Sam first, because there's a plant here we need to get here first, and we can use Legolas to jump up there. The studs are below the rope for this one, so you could use a character that just climbs the ropes, but it's cooler to use Legolas who can walk across those ropes. And those jumps are actually not the easiest to make, so I got kind of lucky that I got that one in the first try. Sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I don't. That's how it goes. Alright, over here, don't need to destroy most of this stuff, but it's kind of good to get some of the stuff out of the road. You get our Berserker again. We could craft the, or we could get the mithril fireworks, but it's really not that. Like I've said before, the mithril fireworks are really not that good. I will end up getting the design for it later though, and I'll be unlocking them, but not for a while. Okay, so we have one more mithril brick outside of, or actually we have two more mithril bricks outside of Lothlorian proper. There's this one way over here. So you gotta do a bit of jumping here. We got some platforms in the water here that we gotta do, and the ones close to the water do sink. There is that one platform that this platform right here does stay, so you don't have to worry about that one sinking. Once you get here, you're safe. Making some of these jumps is not the easiest, but you know, part of it. And here, if you do fall in the water, I did by accident there, but but you do jump back up here, so that is nice how it worked out like that. A couple more jumps to make, and we're up here. And it looks like a thing that you open with Gimli, but actually is just we could have opened that with Legolas, so it really doesn't matter. And rather than climb back down there, let's just go ahead and fast travel back to the map stone. Just save us some trouble. Now this one here is technically outside of Lothlorian proper too. It's right on the other side here. Those boats will take you up the river towards Amanhen if you want to do that. If you want to get to Amanhen the longer way. Okay, now we can go inside Lothlorian proper. So, like earlier when I came here for some of the characters and stuff, and I believe the red brick price don't have to worry about climbing those stairs around. Just come down here and pull the lower channel. And there's a couple items in here. There's a quest first.
I'm a weapons collector, and I've heard of a sinister item hidden in the paths of the dead known as the Golden Axe. It would be perfect for my collection. I'd be very grateful if someone could find it for me.
Alright.
I appreciate your help.
You may have seen on the map that the blacksmith page is right here too, and it's actually in that box there. We can't collect it until we're done saving for that item we got from that mithril brick we got from that elf. We got the mithril skeleton bowl. Not very useful, but it is there. So we got a couple mithril bricks left to get. There's this one down here. This one here's going to be a little tricky because we actually, I believe we have to toss Gimli for this one. It's not letting me swim. I think if you jump, I was hoping to get by without tossing the for this one, but it wasn't happening. So let's just use Legolas here and toss Gimli here. I got one more mithril brick left here. I actually end up missing. I actually missed that jump there. That jump is not that hard. I don't know. For whatever reason, I made that jump harder than it needed to be. It actually isn't that hard. Especially not with Legolas. With the boosted jump. Let's try again. See, it's not that hard. come across here, and there's an arrow stud here, but luckily we can shoot the arrow from the top of the rope here, so it's actually not too bad. So shoot the arrow and look, and you can just jump to the missile brick. There we go. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. Next time we're going to go to Aman Hen. Until then, this is Joe Cool 10 signing out.